Almost everything in life is about the stories we tell ourselves. I'm not good enough, or I am good enough. I'm afraid, or I'm not afraid. I can't do this, or I can do this. Conditioning, what I think about myself, what
Mm-hmm.
other people think of me. They're all stories.
Mm-hmm.
And they all feed and encourage or discourage our creativity.
Mm-hmm.
Tom kindly agreed to be my interviewee this week. So here we go. Question one then. When did you first become aware that you had a gift in the general artistic area?
Well, I'd say I didn't realize that I had a gift for it until high school. I, d-
Right.
I did have, uh, I've always liked to draw. I've always had a passion for it. And when I was young, I didn't really care for what I drew very well, like when I was trying to draw people. So I would start tracing and things like that. Uh, like out of my He-Man coloring book, I just kind of traced to try and build my abilities. But I really lacked a lot of self-confidence. And it wasn't until high school when I actually realized that, well, I do have it. It's actually, I do have a gift for it versus just, well, because it did take, like anything to develop the gift, takes time, practice. But the passion and more outside recognition is what helped me realize how much of a gift it really was.
Okay, cool, great, thank you. We'll do the questions and then we'll ask other people to
Yeah.
buy in. So then, you talked about the outside recognition there. So how was your natural ability encouraged? Who were the people who helped you along the path?
Oh, well, I would have to say definitely family was like outside aunts, uncles, things like that. They were big encouragement. I don't know if it was mostly because it was an easy gift, but I would always be gifted art supplies, things like that. But really, it was teachers along my way who really made the big impact. I had a student government teacher, well, leader, who was the first to really encourage me to push myself out and uh, like pursue trying to, enter my first contest, which I ended up winning, which blew me out of the water. It was a logo motto contest for Michigan Association of Student Councils. And that was like my first, like, she pushed me to do it. She was very confident in my abilities, more so than I was at the time, and really pushed me to put myself out there. I had I had my art teacher who out, even if though my art was good, she'd still give me a lower. She would give me lower grades than other parts of the class, even though my art was better, because
Right.
she was judging me against me,
Yeah.
which I didn't really care for at the time. When I'm already advanced class working, helping her teach her younger classes, the earlier classes, and then she gives me a B on some project when somebody had what I felt was less qualified got A plus or something. But
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
started judging me against me. But I had teachers that let me do my artwork for grade, like English class. Well, as opposed to doing your daily journal, draw me a picture.
Right.
And she'd keep them, make sure I signed them so she could keep them. And so there's teachers that have lots of my artwork somewhere from
That's
20
their
years ago.
pension, right?
Hmm? Yeah.
That's their pension.
Well,
You're right.
yeah, waiting for me to get that name out there and become
Right.
famous.
So so this earlier part of your life, then
Hmm.
finding out that you are in fact an artist, right,
Hmm.
which is obvious now. How did it, or how does it then, and how does it now impact your? This is a bit nebulous, but your sense of purpose.
It changed it like a lot once I like realized my gift. I always wanted to, well, when I was really young, up until high school, I wanted to be military. I was going to be Navy SEAL, that gung ho. Then, yeah, that fell off to the wayside once I really, I damaged my knee, and that said, all right, well, SEALs out, forget all the military. I don't care. If I can't be at the top, why even go in? Uh, but I always wanted to teach. And for a while, it was like I enjoy math, and I was going to be a math teacher, but I really enjoyed art. But it's the communication with people and leading people along their path that really helped me find my purpose, and or at least as much as I can see it now. I mean, even now, my purpose kind of is still elusive. The overall purpose. I know what I'm here for right now, to impact people.
Let me ask you about that then. The impacting of people.
Mm-hmm.
When you, so what do you get? What do you get? I suppose I'm asking for what affects you deeply, in your soul when you're teaching and help people along the path. What's the payoff for you when you do that?
Happiness.
Okay.
Happiness. It makes me happy. And in life, that's my main goal. Not just happiness for me, but I enjoy teaching. I enjoy seeing people's different points of view. It gives me great inner joy to see people who, as they're impacted by whatever I'm teaching, mostly art, painting, drawing, but I do teach kids, people math, anything, seeing that light bulb moment when something just clicks and they just go, that aha moment, that's the part that brings me the greatest amount of joy.
Great, that's beautiful, man. So I've got one more question for you.
Mm-hmm.
So is there a creative area that maybe you've got a hankering after that you haven't tried yet?
That's tough. I've dipped my toes into a few different areas. Like I'm getting into video creation, but other than expanding what I do to be where I can reach more people and teach more, that's where I really want to go. My larger goal over the next 30 years or so is really to expand my reach, also there's a lot to learn along the way for myself as well with the goals that I've been given, because I don't know all of the stuff I need to do now. But as far as right now, along my path to what has brought me here, I've felt God's impact a lot. He's led me down these different paths to pick up. I need to go over here and I work at a bagel shop because, that bagel shop owner knows this artist, and that was how I got to work with a different artist.
Right.
And I worked for that artist out in Oregon for years. She was a metal weaver, did amazing work. I ran her art studio for a little bit, but that was my experience to learn how to run an art studio.
Right.
And so he's put me on these paths to learn what I need to know.
Right, a trajectory almost. I was thinking about that the other day. Thank you. That was really insightful, really good stuff. Thank you. I was thinking, and maybe this is something for us all to think about this week. Here's what I mean. I was 10, watching the TV in England, and there was a program in England called Top of the Pops.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a pretty trashy program, but see, I was 10, it would have been 7, maybe 9, 71, 72, height of glam rock, and Mark Bolan and T-Rex was on the TV. I saw them for the first time.
Excuse me.
Mark Bolan's a beautiful man, lots of corkscrew hair, playing his guitar, and the song was Metal Guru. And I just blew my mind. I had my Damascus Road moment, and I turned to Mum and said, I want to do that. Because he was on Top of the Pops. There's, a pop pickers evening where they played the songs and said, this one's in at number 5, this one's in at number 4. And I turned to Mum and said, I want to do that. And she said, well, we better get you a guitar then. And my entire life, it seems, hinged on that interaction. I saw Mark Bolan, fell madly in love with the whole idea of being a musician, because the musician was already in me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had the aha moment that maybe I could be a musician.
Mm-hmm.
And my human unit that looked after me, my mother and my dad, one of them who was in the room said, well, we better get you a guitar then, rather than don't be stupid.
Mm-hmm.
And my entire life trajectory hinged on my aha moment and the positive response I got from my mother. And I can pretty much draw a line to me sitting in this chair now, back to that moment,